Let's do it. Welcome back to Thornton 100 Motorcycles YouTube channel. My name's Jody. I'm here with my right hand man Alex, and today we're going to be showing you around our new workshop, which is behind us and is yet to be built, and also we're going to be answering some questions that you guys have. So let's do it. Let's get into it.
Cool, man. What was that be?
Don't worry about it. Right, questions. Tom.
Okay.
Tom Gooderham. I went to college with him. Shout out to you, Tom. Good
Yeah,
lad.
the first one. Was there any inspiration in starting Thornton 100 or purely your own dream?
Inspiration. I would say in terms of like bike builders that there are like right now,
Yeah.
I didn't look at someone and go, oh, I want to be them, you know, because I don't know. Although there's a lot of good people doing this, like I've never really aspired to be any of them. I watched a lot of OCC as a kid, you know, like American Chopper, Discovery Channel type thing.
Smashing walls.
Smashing walls, definitely arguing with my dad. But yeah, no, I think OCC as a kid maybe, but in terms of modern day builders, I wouldn't say I'm massively inspired by anyone, which is interesting. Inspired by people's skills, but no one as a business model, like as a whole.
Yeah. So the next question, we've had this one a lot. So this one comes in from Motorist, but I think I've cut out about 50 other people asking me the exact same question.
Yeah.
Why only Triumphs?
When I started, honestly, I was building the biggest heaps of you've ever seen.
I've seen them.
Honestly, like not that they were heaps of shit when they left, but like I was dealing with like rust and just horrible bikes, and I've restored a lot of old bikes as well when I worked at MTS, and I always wanted to just work with a new Triumph. Like they're pretty much there, like from the factory. So I was like, right, okay, well, you know, if we can start with a brand new bike, which we can buy from the factory, that people are like, you know, that's reliable. I've built such a good relationship with Triumph anyway, you know, like with the warranty, all the factory backing endorsements. We do loads of stuff together, you know, like the Bonneville build-off. Did the unveiling for the bobbers as well.
It's a good relationship.
Yeah, we had the pre-release bikes last week, and you know, I'm on the ambassadors team. So yeah, I'm tied in so much with Triumph now, and I think we work really well together, and the brands fit, you know, both being British and quality and having that real high level of, you know, engineering. But yeah, no, Triumphs, love Triumphs. I love the brand, and they fit together. So we're sticking with Triumphs for now.
Cool, man. Will you ever be working on or have any parts for the new Thruxton RS?
Oh, the Thruxton RS. I love the Thruxtons.
Yeah.
You remember the one I built for Ben Francis, Jim
Yeah.
Sharp?
With the
Nicest bloke, honestly. His bike, it was literally like, you know, do pretty much whatever you want, just make it look sick. And that was the first time I ever had a customer really come to me and do that. And I was a bit like, oh God, I could do anything I want, you know, kind of thing. And yeah, I love the Thruxton. Thruxton's a great base, but Thruxton RS, yes, we'll be doing one. I think we should come up with some kind of bolt-on kit.
We was talking about this the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, literally yesterday. Yeah.
It's teasing us, it really is.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I love the bobbers. The bobbers are so good, and they really are, like, for us, like a real, I don't know, everyone knows us, the bobbers.
Iconic. Thornton 100.
Like literally, we had Pete Wick's inboxes last night and said they were legendary. Legendary bobbers. So, you know, I don't know, we'll I love the bobbers, and I'd like to stick with them a little bit and develop a little bit further, but I think, you know, we will go and do the Thruxton RS, and I think we will do all the number plate mounts, and I don't know about the wide kits on them. We'll see.
Different style of bike.
Yeah, different style, different handling. I would like to keep it handling well, so yeah. Definitely coming soon.
Cool,
For
man.
sure, watch this space.
So, next question comes in. What have you studied to know the motorcycle and engineering stuff?
I winged it, all the motorbike stuff. I just learned it myself, you know, spannering, building pit bikes and just fixing things. I built my first ever motorbike that I rode on the road when I was 17.
You definitely grew up around a box of tools, didn't you? So.
Literally a box of tools, yeah, and a box of bits, and like stick them together until something works, you know, and that's how I sort of cut my teeth. So the motorcycle stuff, my dad taught me a lot, you know, in terms of like engine building and, you know, just silly stuff like adjusting bearings and doing all sorts of bits and bobs and cleaning fork seals and stuff like that, adjusting chains. But I really learned all of the engineering stuff, the motorcycle engineering stuff by myself. And then you've come in and I don't think you need to be a motorcycle engineer. You know, I studied H&C and mechanical engineering, so
that's it, yeah.
It was all at college, you know, for me, and I that's where I learned all my stresses and strains and mechanical properties and metallurgy and all that kind of good stuff that makes our bikes safe and strong and cool.
It's definitely switched a little bit since I've come on board.
Yeah,
we've gone from I think fabrication based like builds to more hard engineering.
Everything
really,
is a little bit more. Well, you do all the CAD, don't you?
I do. I
was a bit lazy with the CAD. It's hard work.
So my background's just industrial design basically. I went and studied product design at uni, and that's where I learned to like basically surface model and everything.
Yeah.
And then I lean on Jody when I need to.
He's got the serious questions.
Yeah, the serious questions, the engineering side of things. Because to be honest, I didn't really have that background either.
No, that's it, and the looks of things as well. Because it took a while for you to kind of learn how things look, and now, like the rocket number plate you did. I didn't really give you much direction on that. I just kind of said, look, it needs to be this. And I think you just kind of ran with it, and now you know what I expect in terms of spaces and how to make it fit in with trying like silly things like keeping spaces and gaps between things.
It's all about body language that already exists on the bike.
Yeah, that's it, and making it tie in, and making it essentially a Thornton 100 part.
The sun's come out a little bit, dude. Look at this.
I need my sunnies, man.
Let's enjoy this.
We should have swapped these for beers.
We should have. Oh dear. Right, on to the next one. So you guys asked me this actually quite a lot in the emails. Can your bikes be done in stages, or do we have to bring a new one in? I'll throw that over to you, Jody, because I answer that question enough.
Yeah, I know you do. Every time we get asked that on the emails. So our business model right now is that we supply a brand new, complete custom built bike, and that is for a variety of reasons. It could be for warranty. It's also for just us guaranteeing the quality and knowing the history of the bike. At the moment, for example, we don't work on customers' bikes at all, really. Obviously, we're developing the web shop a bit now at the moment, so the web shop is going to be loaded up a bit with a few more parts. I don't think you won't ever be able to build a full Thornton 100 build by me with a certificate of authentication and everything through the web shop, because I just think that loses its exclusivity. It's a fine balancing act.
It is
for us to maintain exclusivity for our builds, our super exclusive builds. But that's not to say that you won't ever be able to buy a Thornton 100, because we're coming in with this tiered thing, aren't we? Tier 1, 2 and 3 level customers.
Yeah.
We're going to be supplying an entry level Thornton 100, which is going to be our tier 3 bike. So it'll have all of our goodies on it. Won't have the wide wheel kit on it, but it'll still be super cool. But the wide wheel kit's so expensive to make and manufacture and to fit. And that was what makes our bike so expensive. So I think if we can offer it a really cool looking bike,
something more accessible, basically.
But check out the web shop anyway in the description below. See if there's any bits you like, because, well, you're gonna like them. They're just sick, aren't they? They do transform.
I mean, they go on our own builds and for a reason.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, check out the web shop below. But at the moment, we don't work on customers' bikes, our bikes only. But you can buy the parts in the web shop, so check that out.
Cool, man. I'm going to throw this over to you now, let you answer a couple.
Here we go. The only problem with that is that I can't read. Right, where are we at? Number 7 here. Jevon, like Evan with a J. Right, will you design an aftermarket rear fender for the bobber to go alongside the side mounted plates?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
we are. Right, okay. Well, this is a question for me and for you, I suppose. But I'll answer the wide wheel kit one. So, yes, we're making a wide wheel kit rear fender that matches the front one, and it's not going to be handmade. So these are going to be abundantly available to do other things.
Yeah.
Like push paper across desks. That's what I do most of the time now, anyway. But yeah. Are you going to release well, you're going to design it, so yeah, I'm all for it. Like standard fender, standard wheel width fenders. So.
Definitely. Obviously, with our wide wheel kits, we can't be selling the wide wheel fenders to everyone that doesn't have a wide wheel kit. So again, it comes down to an access thing, really. But
again, it's those tier 3 customers that we're going to be bringing in. They're going to have access. Well, we can't just send all these bikes out with no fenders, no mudguards whatsoever. Fenders, mudguards? I call them mudguards.
Yeah.
Fenders too American for me.
It is American, isn't it? We know what they mean.
Yeah. So, will you design an aftermarket rear fender to go on the bobber? Yes. And it will go alongside the side mounted plates? Yes. And we'll have wide and narrow versions. There's a train line here and it's a nightmare.
So casual today.
Yeah,
it's nice. It's actually really nice just to sit down and talk about this stuff.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah, cool. So this one, from Seb. If it wasn't Triumph, which brand of bike would we work with?
Ducati.
100% Ducati.
Yeah, I mean, when the bike that really made me sort of blow up as a builder was the Panigale, the 1299. The one that I did and took it to the bike shed show, and that bike was just hard graft, man. I've done a lot. I did a lot of things on that bike that I've never done before.
It was special, that's for sure.
It was special, and even now I look back and go, wow, like that was hard work for what I had, the tools that I had. Like I was determined for it to be the best Panigale in the world. Yeah, I think one of my favourite things about that build was I rolled it into the bike shed show, and one of the builders that I kind of looked up to, Winston Ye, Rough Crafts, sick, check him out. Yeah, so I rolled it into the bike shed show, and he pulled it up, and he didn't know who I was. Nobody knew who I was, really. I mean, I was still kind of finding my feet kind of thing. And
how old were you?
This was 2 years ago, so I was 23 or 22, something like that. And I rolled it in, he went, oh, hey, that's ridiculous, is it 12.99? I was like, yeah, it's just finished it kind of thing. He was like, does it run? I was like, yeah, what? Why? Like, he's like, where have you put everything? Because the biggest issue with the Panigale was all the wiring, all the sensors, the IMUs, you know, everything, and putting it somewhere neat that hides it. So yeah, and that earned me with a trip to the Ducati factory in Bologna, and now I have a good relationship with Ducati anyway. So yeah, if it wasn't Triumphs, it'd be Ducatis, because again, good quality. Very well thought out, very well engineered bikes, and they're obviously super quick, but I don't think our customers would be able to afford them. Yeah, if we were doing all Ducatis, it would just be horrendously expensive.
Yeah, they're awesome though.
Yeah, one of them.
Cool. So Jody, again, another burning question. What's happening with the new workshop?
The new workshop. It's right there, look at it in all its glory. Right, I'm going to show these guys around. Here's something I filmed earlier. Check this out, guys. Okay, so we are right next door to Hanslope, in the next village over in Castlethorpe, and this is going to be our new workshop, and I'm so excited. I actually came here about 2 years ago to basically try and secure one of these units, but I couldn't afford it at the time. But we can afford it now, and we can also afford to spec it completely to what we want. So this is going to be our back line here, and there's going to be a big wall that goes all the way along here, and it's going to look like that kind of thing. And this is going to be Thornton 100 right here. I'm stood in what's going to be our workshop. There's going to be a huge mezzanine floor up there with a big glass window, Thornton 100 all in the frosting on the glass. Those boys are going to be sat in the office up there. It's going to be so sick, man. We're going to have showroom space. We're going to have a meeting room. We're going to have turntable built into the floor. All of the ramps are going to have service bay. Everything that we've ever wanted, basically. We've got like 3 gates on the entrance to this thing. This is going to be like absolute Fort Knox. We're going to have every single piece of security you could ever imagine in here, bar a guard dog, because Red's not very good at chasing the bad people. So we'll just walk around the site, and obviously you can see, as it is a building site right now, there's not too much going on. This is basically the big back loading bay. Now what's really cool about this site is that it has its on-site solar panels and own solar farm. Again, the spec on this site is so nice. This place is really, really, really high spec, and I think it fits us quite well. Especially when the sun's shining, this place looks really, really nice. So, obviously we have all of the fields, and then we've got the train line which runs quite nearby. But over here we've got a big pond, and this is going to be good for stepping out when I'm absolutely pulling my hair out trying to build a really cool motorbike. So as you can see, you see the front of half of the building at the moment, and it's going to be a big U shape like this. See the van in the corner there? Now this side's all in brick. Our side is all going to be in Cotswold stone as well. It's that real nice limestone light colour. So I think it's going to really fit with us really well. And you'll see the spec of the interior as well. It's going to be absolutely mad on this. Oak flooring, built-in turntables, lights everywhere. It's going to be so sick. I wonder if they'll let us on the lake in a dinghy. Should we build a Thornton 100 boat? We might upset the neighbours there a little bit. Right, as you can see here, there's a massive pile of rubble, and that's going to be the foundations for our new building. And that was essentially a big cattle shed. I don't know, cattle shed, farm shed, something like that. Anyway, they knocked it down, ground it up, and that's going to be the foundations for our new workshop. So we're going to have a big frontage along here with a big central entrance with big windows all the way along. It's going to look so smart. And then all of our light is going to come in from this side, as it is doing right now, and that will illuminate all of the office on the inside there, the meeting room, the kitchen right at the back, and obviously the workshop where we need lots and lots of light to be able to build the bikes and build them to a very, very high standard. So that's pretty much it for this video, until the steelwork goes up, where we can actually get inside the building and do a walk around so we can really visualize it. But I'm so excited, and I'm so happy to finally share this with you guys too. What did you think to that?
That was pretty cool.
Sick, innit? It's like magic, honestly. It's almost like we filmed that like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I'm so excited to be in there and have a nice place to work in, you know. And you're not going to be stuffed in the office at the back with the other boys. There's 4 of us in this little postage stamp of an office. But all the sun's shining in and out. Well, hopefully the sun will be shining. Cool. Right, what we got then? Woo! Ooh, he's speeding. Let's
get back to the question, shall we? Okay, Jody. So, I guess this is not something that we notice internally, but it is something I guess our customers and our fan base want to ask. Why are we so secret about our customizations?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Are we secret? I don't think we keep any secrets, do we? I don't know.
Think we are.
I don't know. I think I don't think we're any more secretive than anyone else, any other kind of professional company. You know, if you were working on something, you know, and it's kind of we're going to unveil it kind of thing, I think we might have a little embargo on it. But
oh yeah, definitely.
I think in terms of like, I think we do go into a lot of detail on a lot of our parts. But for example, like things like the alloys we're using, the techniques we use, how we do things. Honestly, I don't know.
I think we just developed
I
got
hiccups.
You got the hiccups.
No, that's all right. Carry on.
I think we just developed so rapidly and so fast that people blink and they miss it.
Yeah, we are growing at 10,000 mile an hour. A lot of you guys ask us questions, and I appreciate the questions and I try and answer them where we can, but I think people forget that we're a business and not an information service. You know, it's not like talk to Frank, how to build your motorbike kind of thing, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I think we don't tell everyone about how we do things. We don't tell them about the alloys we use or the processes we use, because why would we? You know, I think we do what we do, and I think it's yeah, I don't know. So that's a really weird question.
It's a hard
Top
one.
secret. I can see why people would think that we're secretive about it, but we're not. I think we move very fast. I think we're very discreet. I don't know. We don't plaster the prices. I mean, you know, you can get the price. You just have to email us. You know, I don't know. We don't want wives finding out how much things really cost. Probably. But yeah.
So yeah, we've got a couple more good questions here,
Okay.
and that's regarding 2 of the bikes that have been knocking about in our workshop for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with the world's fastest bobber,
Mm-hmm.
and what's going on with the speed triple?
Right. World's fastest bobber is literally a year old. Like, no, I'll tell you what is a year old to the day is a speed triple. And that is a year old to the day. And the reason that hasn't been pushed along is because it doesn't have a customer. I wanted to engineer it very well, and we both have, haven't we? And we had loads of wiring issues.
We won't hide that.
Yeah, the ECU was fried for some reason. No idea why. It might have been my fault. I very much doubt it was Triumph's fault. It's been a very difficult build.
It looks
But it is done.
good.
It's literally going to the dyno tomorrow. So
Yep.
that'll be done and dusted. That'll be for sale. We've already got a buyer for it though, so don't get your hopes up. Secondly, the world's fastest bobber, again, about a year old. The video for that is actually nearly complete. Menace Media's doing that. Oh, cameraman beef. Dennis from Menace Media is finishing that video because that's the last video he will have done for us. But again, issue after issue after issue. You know, if you've been following us, you know exactly what's happened. Boost leaks, electrical issues, clutch issues. You know, this, that, the other, and it's
That bike is relentless.
it's going away on Saturday, isn't it, to be programmed, and then we're going to dyno it in a couple of weeks' time. So again, both bikes will be done and dusted for summer.
Yeah.
I'll be able to roll around on the world's fastest bobber. We'll set some records with it.
That'd be alright, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah, little summertime action. Yeah, I haven't had my own bike in ages, so yeah, I think that'd be a nice one to have. So yeah, for sure. So yeah, two really cool builds, really difficult builds that are finally coming to a close.
So we've got one more before we wrap up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest dream that you want to accomplish?
I want Thornton 100 to be the biggest motorcycle brand in the world that isn't a manufacturer. Maybe we will go into manufacturing, but I want to be huge. I want to be bigger than Bellstaff, Barber, you know, Alpine Stars. I want to be huge. I want to take over, and I think I can do that with by building a good team around us. I think we could build a good team around us.
We've definitely started.
We've definitely started, you know, and you kind of moving into a little bit more of a management role helps me just kind of step back and push the company. And yeah, I think as we keep growing, you know, the customers keep coming, and thank you to everyone who are our customers. We wouldn't be able to do it, obviously, if it wasn't without you guys, and obviously the followers as well, everyone that's making our YouTube channel grow, and increasing our brand awareness and increasing our following and everything like that, really. But yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are in terms
I guess
of...
I'd answer it a little bit differently for me.
Okay.
I'll say for Thornton 100, it's not so goal orientated for me. I really want to be able to get these systems in place, because for me you have good systems, it's like a good habit. If it's running right, that's when I get the most satisfaction.
Yeah, I think I've engineered the process to be very straightforward. And the fact that we can run efficiently, I think is so important for our business, and we're constantly implementing new systems, aren't we?
It's exactly that, yeah.
And constantly innovating and investing in the systems that we have within Thornton 100 to allow it to run efficiently with as minimal staff as possible at the moment, because that's overhead. And yeah, I think
we all do a lot between the four of us, actually.
Yeah, we do, and I think we get a lot of work done. If we can continue to run efficiently, that's great. And I think a lot of things are missed like that, and I think a lot of motorcycle shops are old school, and I think there's just how many iPads have we got in our workshop just doing things, you know what I mean? And how many systems we have implemented, quality control systems and
pick lists for this,
pick lists, and just start scanning barcodes and just bashing things off proper stock control. So it really allows us to focus on the important stuff, which is customer relations, and
that's exactly what I was about to say,
building good products and stuff like that. So
the less you have to think about those stuff, the more we can focus on the bikes and the builds.
That's it, and that's the products, making the best product we can make. And if everything just is automated and runs itself, then we can't go wrong.
Happy days.
So yeah, investing in that. So yeah.
Cheers for that, mate.
That was a sick answer, I'm not gonna lie. I love that. Right, so that's pretty much it. I hope we answered some of your questions. We might do another Q&A at some point. I think a lot of people were asking about me and sort of entrepreneurialism.
A bit more about the business.
And a bit more about business. So if you want to hear about that, let us know, and I can go into a bit more detail. I'm not claiming to be any kind of business guru. I have winged half of it, I must admit, but it's working so far, and I think we're looking at potentially doing some podcasts and stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching. It looks like the sun's going to come out just as we wrap up this video. I hope you like the new workshop. We'll keep you up to date on that as well. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Definitely subscribe though, because that 100,000 subscriber thing is going to be...
We are getting close.
It's going to be sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be so sick. So, thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you next week.